first things first, get this out the way, Nacon, famous publishers, might just delay Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown again. The good news is, however, we got another trailer for it, showing off more of the races, tuning and car personalization features, but no words on a release date, which we suspected to be March. In any case, the game is a MMO, pretty realistic one-on-one authentic recreation of Hong Kong in scale, letting players drive around with extraordinary cars in the biggest island. Test Drive Solar Crown isn't the only thing Nacon is publishing. They've got another 100 games at the least to deal with, and the latest of which would be Endurance Motorsport Series in the racing genre. Coming to the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and PCs early next year. It's a short trailer over here, but somewhat intriguing. We highly suggest take a quick peek. Believe it or not, earlier this morning, Gameloft unveiled that Asphalt Legends Unite as the latest entry in its racing series, coming to PCs, Switch and both generations of consoles on June 17 this year. Well, additionally the mobiles, in fact it's gonna be coming to mobiles first in beta. Unite over here will actually serve as a new expansion to Asphalt 9 itself. There's gonna be over 250 hypercars, an online multiplayer, a career mode, and much more. There is a sequel to Assetto Corsa set to release in the second quarter of 2024 for PCs and the next generation of consoles only. Digital Bros, the mother company, announced that, technically speaking, developers haven't even released a teaser for it. I mean, this is just a random footage. What we do know, however, is that the new game will feature the famous new Borgling Nordschleife circuit for the first time. Even though EA Sports has been really tight-lipped about this one, but the good news is that F1 2024 is coming out on May 31st, that is into PCs, Switch and to both generations of consoles along the way. They promise the old-time trial challenge with an all-new 2024 pool of cars and an overhauled career mode. Monster Jam Showdown was actually announced for PCs switching to both generation of consoles for late 2024 just now. Milestone actually released a gameplay trailer for it, which is a solid news. As in the case of the new game, it is actually made with the use of Unreal Engine 5 and will offer over 60 official Monster Jam trucks and more than 140 paint jobs to unlock and apply. That's it. If you missed out on its announcement a couple of weeks ago, today actually, Milestone officially announced MotoGP 2024, coming to all platforms on May 2nd this year, introducing both the riders market and stewards to the game this time. It'll also bring a live GP championship as the game's multiplayer aspect, along with crossplay and a local split-screen 2-player. There's gonna be much more. This is how it looks.
It only happens in MotoGP 24.
Carrick Street, on the other hand, has been around for a good year on mobiles. I mean, most of you know about the Carrick series, but this Carrick Street is already downloaded over 10 million times on the Play Store alone. It's amongst the most trending and grossing racing games out there, and so well received will developers promise to bring it on PCs too. If you're familiar with the Carrick series themselves, just know this is a mobile version of a game as big as the Horizon, and it's really huge in content. Hot Lap Racing, on the other hand, if you missed out on, is an arcade-style racing game promised to bring back history of motorsport from GT cars, such as the Formula 1 and real cars, real trucks, and even real drivers in a package. Now, this game has been in development for almost 4 years now, and finally it's going to be coming out of PCs. Additionally, the Nintendo Switch, mid to late 2024 we hear.
So, how did you create that?
Well, so I started back in Red Hill County, you know, over along the coast. But then I split the track between Grizzly River and Smoky Hill. Turned one half into a western town, and the other one into a crazy stadium with dinosaurs and jets.
Coming in at number 10, we've got Recreation. This is a open world racing game from some of the old veterans previously worked on the Burnout series of games and also the Need for Speed. Recreation was last surfaced at the THQ Nordic Showcase, I don't even know when, and back then it was described as an arcade racing game set in a 400 square kilometers world, and ever since we're still waiting on a solid release date. Just keep it in mind, this game is coming to PCs and all consoles excluding Switch later this year.
Satisfied?
Much better.
Coming up behind that, we have, of course, Parcel Corps. A game I've been waiting to mention for a while, probably the right time now. This is a action-adventure open-world freelance bicycle messenger game where 3 bicycle courier companies are vying to become the biggest and the most profitable business in town. So you're one of them, and you gotta do what you gotta do to, be the number one. This game is coming out to PCs and the next generation of consoles within 2024.
Encounter a perilous bone-crunching drop? Just hop onto a piece of masonry and effortlessly wall ride to the other side. Stairs slowing you down? Grind along railings to maintain your momentum. Looking to move up in the world? Use a curved surface to propel yourself to new heights. Hurtling towards a parked articulated vehicle that's blocking your way? Just slide under it.
You see, there's nothing to it. Now, sign this waiver and give it a go.
First announced over possibly 4 years ago, I don't even remember, finally promised to be coming out within 2024 on all platforms, by the way. Drive Rally, with a hashtag up front, is a WRC-inspired arcade racer that promises to let you relive the 90s in the most exciting era in motorsport history. You drive only legendary cars with your co-driver across different trains, and not just race, but then find Easter eggs. It's kind of an adventure game. Check it out.
Okay, now back to the race.
A Jovian exoplanet, also known as Earth 2. 300-something parsecs from our homeworld, and you're here.
That being said, if you do actually like story-based racing games, we also have a racing game like that called Red Goes Faster. This one has been in the making for over 3 years and set to take place on another planet, Surface. Basically, you are the number 1 racer in the world and you have to go and compete in other planets' races. Anyway, this game is coming to PC, Switch and other consoles later this year.
Diversity program. At least, that's what the booklet says. By the time corporations figured that there's literally no natural resources on this rock to justify the space travel hurdle, it was already too late. They just had to pull the plug. Goodbye, Dynamic Solutions. Bye-bye, Omnigen. Ciao, Dower Synthetics. Some settlers were given a choice. You either leave or wait until the next big thing. Well, my grandparents decided to stay. Now, you either work odd jobs or you're a farmer. Can't say that I hate agriculture, but there's only 2 ways to get off of this planet. You either find a treasure map and become a gazillionaire,
Play this one on itch for $1 now, or wait a little longer, it's coming out soon. Apex Rush, in case you missed it, is this physics-based arcade racing game that just lets you build and share your own tracks with the world and just, eventually top the leaderboards yourself. Here's how it looks. This game is set to come out with a variety of cars, tracks, and world maps with free content updates after the game has been released. That's all we know.
First, never stop for too long. And once they catch you, that's the end of the line.
And last but not least, this has been at least 4 years since we had a blast playing Radio Commander. The company's new work over here, going by the name Heading Out, is possibly the finest blend of genres since we heard about Nightingale. This game is a roguelite, visual novel narrative driving and an adventure, possibly inspired by the Sin City, the movies, and it's set to be coming to PCs exclusively on May 7 this year. Hope you enjoy it.
They've been saying that the interstate jackalope is so fast, the police are not able to catch him.
We have a visual on the subject. Initiating the pursuit.
This is the police. All